Right, so today we're stripping it back to the basics and I'm going to show you how to roast a whole chicken, and these are the ingredients we're going to be using. So the beauty about a whole chicken is you can just treat it as a blank canvas. We're going to use some nice subtle flavours, a little bit of garlic, some fresh herbs, a bit of rosemary, thyme. If you've got cupboard staple ingredients such as dried herbs, feel free to get it in there. If you wanted to be even more adventurous, you could cover it in peri-peri seasoning, Cajun seasoning. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to start off by prepping everything up. So I'm going to cut up the garlic. Just going to be using 2 to 3 cloves, depending on the size. And we can just add that straight in then to this butter, which the butter's actually been softened in the microwave just for a little bit. It's not melted, it's just a little bit soft. Prep up the herbs. Got some rosemary, some thyme. If you wanted, you could even use sage. Rosemary into the butter. And we'll get a little bit of thyme in there as well. I'm just going to flake the leaves off into the butter. Go. And a little bit of lemon zest in there as well. A little bit of juice as well. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give this a little bit of a mash, a little bit of a mix around. Make sure it's all nicely incorporated together. And what we've got is just a really super simple, garlicky, herby, lemony butter to cover our chicken in. So the next step is to show this chicken some love. So I'll put it into a roasting tray. I'm just gonna cover the whole lot, salt and black pepper. And we're then gonna take all of this herby, garlicky butter and just kind of smother it all over, really. Just make sure you gain it all over. Be quite generous with it, in the cavity, all over. And then there's a little pocket underneath the skin here, which we're gonna try and put some under as well. And all this is gonna do is just gonna keep it really nice and moist when it cooks in the oven. So just kind of push it in with your fingers. So we've got the butter underneath the skin where the breasts are, and we're just gonna push it down. Make sure it's all down there, look. You can see it kind of spreading out underneath the skin. And this is gonna keep it really moist. I mean, it's a bit of a messy job, to be honest, but all this is gonna do is gonna keep it nice and juicy, stop it drying out in the oven. And yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Nice coating all over. While your hands are still messy, the leftover bits of lemon, stick them in the cavity. And any bits of herbs left over as well, stick them in there as well. So that's all done. I'm now gonna go and give my hands a good wash because I'm in a right state. And I'll be back to put this in the oven in a minute. So this chicken's all ready for roasting. It's quite a large bird, this, so this is 1 hour and 45 minutes, which is what it said on the pack. Keep in mind, different sized chickens have different cooking times, so just be aware of what it says on the pack. And then once it's in the oven, 180, I'm gonna baste it about halfway through, see where we are with it, and then we'll take it out, let it rest for about half hour, and we should be good to go. So this chicken's just come out of the oven after about an hour, and we're actually quite near on this, so I'm just gonna tilt the pan and just baste it in all the juices on the bottom of the tray. And just look at the colour of that chicken. You baste it just to keep it nice and moist, stop it going dry all over. And the juices in the bottom of the tray as well got so much flavour as well. All that garlicky, lemony, herby goodness is just going straight back on top of it. And I'll probably stick that back in the oven now for about another 15-20 minutes, and then we'll see whether it's cooked. But we're somewhere near on that now. So this has been in the oven for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Again, you've got to kind of use your own judgment on chicken. It did say 1 hour and 45 on the pack, but for me, that looks done. ways you can tell if it's cooked or not. Obviously, you can cut into it, see if there's any pink in there, or you could use a temperature gauge. It needs to be a minimum of 75 degrees. So we're gonna use the probe, see what temperature we're looking at. Always try it in the thickest part of the meat as well. And we are more than covered at that, coming in at 80 degrees. But really, if you're in doubt, just cut into it, just see whether it's pink or not. Give it another baste, just to keep it nice and moist and juicy. I know it's really tempting to just get stuck straight into this, but what we're gonna do is we are gonna let it rest for at least half an hour. So you can leave it in the tray. I'm just gonna cover it over, or you could take it out, put it on a plate, and just let it rest.